Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the originals. This is episode 13 of season 3. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Last episode was really interesting because the weapon that Camille taken, literally as she was trying to use leverage over Klaus to get her back her trinkets and mystical magic objects, you know, the dark objects that she believes is her family's, even though Klaus said that it was Cole that fashioned them, so technically it's the Michelsons. And then what is it as well, Vincent, he was saying they was made in New Orleans, so the ownership of his 9 cousins or whatever. So it's interesting, like 3 people believe all those magic objects are theirs, but obviously she was trying to make a deal with Klaus. She tried to be the alpha. She thought she was really confident. Klaus ended up kind of like backing down and saying fine, do you know what I mean? He come to his senses in terms of this one weapon that can kill him. Yeah, okay, it'd be a bit leverage to keep the trinkets himself, because he said to her, like, I can't just give you all of them, because me doing that, it'll just make you think that you're stronger than you are, you're more powerful than you are, do you know what I mean? Like, because you've bargained and you've won, you know, there's got to be a middle ground. But she won't back down, so do you know what? He's like, fine, I'll give it you. He needs that white oak stake. So he's gone to get them. So that's interesting. But what we did see is that the witches that are part of the Strix, yeah, I don't know if they like actually being part of the Strix, because they was trying to get the information of the girl that was laying the floor. What did you see inside Elijah's head? You know, nobody knows, just her and him. And he wanted to all collectively come together to get inside her mind and try and find out what that weapon actually was. Well, it wasn't really working, and he took an hour break. And while they was there, obviously Davina, she like consecrated this witch. She was like, look, we was told that when we was kids that if you die and you don't get put into the ground or whatever, you're not consecrated, then you know you'll never go to the other side with the ancestors. And that's what she done. She done it to this girl, which is good. And she come back and she actually said, you know, you need to do this and that. And Cole, he's not having a good time on the other side, but she kind of thanked her. So it's interesting. She carried on doing some witchy spells, and she got inside, she found the vision, she seen it, and she knew that this horse that was made from the white oak stake, and then she kind of like teleported kind of way, you know, done that astral projecting thing, you know what they do, and she went inside Klaus's house, and she was listening to a conversation between obviously Klaus and Hayley, that Cammy's took this, and she's kind of trying to bargain with them, and she realised what it was, she heard it, it was a trinket, it was a wooden horse, and then obviously she come back into the present, so to speak, and it was one of the witches there from the Strix, and she was saying, what do you know? You know, I'm sure you've seen something, tell me. She wouldn't tell him, which is good, because I had a little moan saying that, you know, if she's going to start and use this to get it herself, to use it against Klaus, it would be quite annoying, because I'm tired of that storyline now. I wish Davina has a different one. Looks like possibly getting it, because this witch then grabbed her, she took the memories out of her mind, took Davina out, she went to the cemetery herself, she lit like, I don't even know what you would call it, a burning thing, she was wafting it around, you know, like the witches do, all these spirit stuff. And she made it so pretty much that nobody could hear Klaus. He was there, he was screaming, Camille, Camille, come out, come on, I haven't got time for this and all that. Nobody could hear him. She went over, she started fighting with him, she lifted him up in the air, literally teleported him, and neck snapped, mate. He dropped on the floor. She went over. What was interesting as well is that they actually come out, Vincent and Camille, they seen that all these witches was there, literally all of them, from the Strix, and Vincent was like, look mate, you've got to run, literally. Now Camille ran, she ran inside like the little tomb thing, but wasn't to be, you know, it wasn't a good place to run, because the witch come in, she actually took Camille down, she fell on the floor, she dropped the trinket, but then she was quite the white oak stake, she was quite smart though, because she grabbed one of the dark objects and smashed it, and it was affecting that witch, but she managed to like take Camille out and get that and disappear. So again, really interesting, because now the white oak stake is in the possession of the Strix. And obviously, speaking about the Strix, Elijah tried to make like an alpha move, so to speak, on Aya. He was saying, look, now that Tristan's not here, you're trying to claim charge, I'm in charge, look at this, boom, whipped out a scroll, mate, that was written when it was first made, pretty much the Strix, and it was saying that, you know, if nobody's around, then leadership falls on me, Elijah Michelson. So like, if anyone objects, he was like, look, does anyone object here? I did, mate. She was like, look, I know what that says, I helped you write it, I'm going to challenge you to a duel, you know, fight each other, we'll see who wins, we become the leader of the Strix. That's what they done. They went to Marcel's gym, fighting in the octagon, you know, good fights as well. They were saying some good stuff. She said that she would rather die than be under Elijah Michelson's like authority. She said that he abandoned them when the going got tough, when Michael come in to get them, he ran away and fled them and just let all the friends die. Elijah was saying, look, mate, he had no choice, he had to. He come back for the family, you know, but by the time he got back, they'd already been part of Tristan's little army that he built, and literally everybody had been brainwashed. Marcel's like, right, I've had enough of this. He took it. He was like, look, if you want to be in charge, come get it off me, because if I've got this at 12 p.m. tonight, I'm the leader of the Strix. And it worked, mate. He successfully won leadership because he can go inside places vampires can't, because he runs a city, he knows the secret passages, he knows all the tunnels, and he's got good relationships with people who invite him into houses. And he won. Elijah looked like he was fuming, went to kill him, you know, put his hand right into his heart, he was going to rip it out. I was like, look, mate, just leave it. He won fair and square. That's what it is, mate. If you rip it out now, no one's going to respect you. And Elijah got it and stormed off. And she was like, okay, Marcel's in charge. Welcome the new leader of the Strix. Interesting. Later on in the episode, we have Marcel and Elijah sat down, chasing each other, mate, with the glasses. It worked, mate. That was their plan all along. Get Marcel in charge. Get him to lead it. So it's like he's now their little informant on the inside as well as running it. But then again, it was kind of flipped again, man, because later on, Aya was trying to give him some information as well. She was saying, look, mate, you know, the reason why we wanted Davina is because, yeah, she can be a key to unsiring us from them, and we can be in control of our own destiny. And now I raised a question, mate. I wonder if she wanted him to be in charge as well. Both of them had their own plan to get Marcel in charge so that they can utilise him. She's going to do it in the way of getting Davina. He's going to do it in the way of infiltrating the Strix. So it's madness. Marcel's going to be a pawn in the middle, mate. Don't know which way to turn. And then to finish it off, the witch that took the White Oak stake, who did she give it to? Aurora, mate. She thought that she was going to be free. She was free, mate. Free of living. Dead. That's it. Aurora killed her. No hesitation at all. It's obvious. I don't know why people get into bed with people like that, but yeah. So now the White Oak stake is in possession of Aurora, and it's well interesting. So I can't wait to find out today's episode. Hopefully guys enjoy it. Hopefully it's another action-packed one. And I want Camille now, because she's lost the White Oak stake, and I want her to feel the wrath of Klaus, but it doesn't look like he's going to give it to her, to be honest, because he looked like he let her off the hook. And when he did say if it was someone else, mate, he'd be dead. So it's interesting. Hopefully, like, she understands that she's a newish vampire and there's a lot to learn, and she's not as confident and strong as she thinks she is. And obviously there's more action to come. So thanks for clicking on my video. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like. Helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
How inept are you if not a single one of your men can locate the woman I seek? She's a ghost. Oh. But she is not a ghost. Not yet.
Nicholas, for heaven's sakes, release the poor creature.
No, I didn't mean that way.
And he'll remember to do better.
All of our heads are on the chopping block because he lost the one thing that can kill an original.
Aurora is cloaked, most likely by the very witch she killed. I have been working non-stop.
Go on your way.
Do you talk to our other sister like this?
He does so. He actually does.
No one knows how Aurora got to her. No one knows where Aurora is.
Any other news from your new BFFs?
Started interesting, mate. He's not started on the good side of everyone, Klaus, has he, in this episode? Hey, check that, mate.
You looking for me?
Ah, she's proper confident, man. She's confident.
Weren't you working with the other girls?
They just slow me down.
But as it is my life that depends upon the completion of that spell, it will be my coven that verifies your work.
My spell's based off the one that the Michelson's mother used to make them vampires in the first place. I'm gonna finish the spell. I need someone who knew her techniques.
Cole Michelson.
Oh, Cole, innit?
Not the spell.
Tread carefully, Davina Claire. Every negotiation has a moment where the lesser party must submit.
He'll give us the missing ingredient, I promise.
The lesser party has to back down. That's her in this situation.
A mystic candle. When lit, it'll let me open any window.
Even one to the afterworld. If you want Cole to remain permanently, make sure he gives us the information we need.
See, that was interesting, because I thought that I was backing down. I thought, you know, when she said there comes a time in negotiations where the lesser party has to back down, and I thought Davina had the upper hand then when she was saying bring Cole back, and then she's got, whoa, mate, she always has a plan B, which is quite good. She's like, look, there you go, you want to speak to him, here's your chance, there it is. I'm not going to bring him back now in the present forever, but you can have him for however long that candle lights. Once you do my task, then we'll get him back in the present. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to see him here, you can get it, verify it, get it done, and then we'll get him back. So she's got the upper hand. It was good that. It was a good little twist then. I thought like she was winning, and then boom, she took in charge.
Burying his heart under a sapling.
No, at least hope we'll have a place to visit him.
I've heard that time heals all wounds, but that has not been my own experience. Aurora's still at large, no doubt plotting her revenge.
I want Hayley to kill her actually, and Tristan, both of them.
I would say that the lunatic ex found Freya.
Well, then we'll procure another witch to track her.
Oh, the Vervain again.
Dee, I hear you, but we need to talk priorities.
Just please tell me you don't trust her.
I don't. Okay, Aya's always gonna be playing her own game. But now more than ever, we gotta stick together.
Come quickly, if not, then poor Freya shall rot, buried in dirt for all time. Let's go stop her, shall we?
What did you do to me?
I used the same concoction on you that my brother crafted for my episodes. To think, Freya, we could have been sisters.
My brothers will come for me.
Oh, it's good.
Hey, she shot her. That was good. Part of the white oak gone for no reason.
Your doorbell is broken downstairs. Keep forgetting to compel the shady landlord to fix it. Next time, text. You haven't been yourself lately, and in your less than sane moments, you have been putting the people that I care about in danger. If you have come to lecture me, save it. I have been lecturing myself for weeks. You don't need a lecture, but I am gonna take your ass to school.
I'm really liking Hayley. Like I said, her personality has just changed. It's really good. She come in, she said it again. Some truth, mate. You know, the things that you're doing are affecting people I care about. How does it feel, yeah, to pretty much F up the possibility of millions of vampires' lives? Literally. You thought you were sick, you got dominated easy. Just like that from a bit of magic. So, you know, you need to learn. Yeah, you do need time to figure out who you are. But you actually think that, you know what I mean? Like, she's pushing every bit of guidance away. And that's what, like, I understand she needs her own time, but when people are trying to help her who've done this for much longer, and you should take that knowledge in or listen to it. Don't have to accept it, don't have to do it. But when people are offering you some advice with more experience, you should be listening.
Freya's not in there. She was, I can smell her blood, but the stronger scent is due west.
Whatever happens, you promise me.
Aurora dies today.
Oh, she's in the box. I wonder if you could breathe with the air. Do you know what I mean? Would it be sucked away? Gotta shoot him at least once.
It's pretty, no?
Pretty vulgar.
She's stuck in the mud too, somewhere out there. Busy as a little bee.
Oh, there's loads. Surely you can hear it though if he focuses. Hey, check that, mate.
Legions of deadly enemies have fallen by my family's hand. What makes you think you stand a chance? So what are we waiting for? Niklaus.
I'm not here to kill Niklaus. I'm only waiting for him to arrive so he can watch you die.
Too late. It's too late. So, one of those things, man. Criminals. What did they do? They tie, they tie the good guy up and they're laughing, you know, and like they're playing with him, toying with them, and then the good guy gets out and they win. Like, and it's like, how many times do we not learn? Literally, you got a chance, you got to take it. We had it with Kai as well, man. You had a chance to kill him, you didn't. He come back, got revenge. It's the same here, man. Nobody learns. Nobody learns. If she's there, she should shoot Elijah, weaken him, then let Niklaus come, and then possibly kill him again. But right now, he's still in full strength mode. One little turn, twist, lapsidosi concentration, he can get on you in a flash. So again, man, her hand's trembling as well. Literally, she's like, it's not as steady as it was when she shot Freya. So taking too long. But I definitely want someone to get shot. I mean, and I know they're not going to die. That's my personal opinion. But they could shock me. But I don't think any of them are dying. But they need to be shot few times.
So this is you taking me to school? This will paralyze anyone who tries to attack me. Great. Come on, Hayley. Everyone knows a baby vamp is borderline useless. Even Josh could wipe the floors with me. This used to be a church. It's still a church, but it's also something more. If you don't embrace the fact that you're also a vampire now, you're gonna end up dead. You know, I'm not used to being on the receiving end of solid advice. We're gonna get in that ring, and you're gonna try and punch me.
Learn from people that know better than you.
And as happy as I am to see you, Davina Claire, I truly wish you didn't join this particular coven. I thought someone would have killed you by now.
Some of us are more durable than others.
She's siring spell I was working on last year.
In other words, you will provide the missing ingredient, the binding agent.
But I'm only talking to her.
He got the upper hand on this one. Gonna feed her some misinformation and stuff. See, it's interesting with this Cole. Is he going to come back in the present? I actually feel like he's not going to. I feel like something's going to happen again and he's going to be stuck on the other side. But I kind of do want him here, man. Like, it's one of those things, you know, when someone makes a promise, I'm going to get you back. I want them to succeed. And I don't want it to succeed like he comes back and then he disappears after 2 episodes. Like, either bring him in final season, end of season 3, whatever. Just let him come in and then play like how Rebecca plays, like in 5 episodes of the season, not in all of it. Do you know what I mean? Dabble in and out. Like, but I don't know. It's interesting that they chose the first Cole that we got and not the other Cole that died, the witch Cole, because the witch Cole is with the ancestors. Did this one not die? He died as a vampire, yeah? And the other one died as a witch. So I kind of would have thought it was the other one that would have gone to the other side. You know? Interesting, anyway. I don't mind them both.
You think somehow I'm responsible for your little breakup. How adorably delusional of you, Aurora. He was able to distinguish between real love and some petty desire.
You can take that gun now, it's too close.
The veil is lifted, all right. Only the love of family is unbreakable.
Stop this.
One brother's life to end another brother's torment. It's almost poetic.
You're not going to pull the trigger.
Freya, mate, saving it. I mean, okay, Aurora give a good, like, speech thing there and the justifications of picking Elijah out of everyone. But again, man, it's one of those things. Why wait? Again, man, I know she wanted to do it while Klaus was there, but what is the point? Literally, what is the point? Now she's just lost the chance to shoot Elijah because now he's not going to chase after her, you know? So unless he's going to double back round, I don't know. She just lost the only advantage. Elijah's fast as well. Like, personal opinion, he could have easily knocked that gun out of round. Even when she was pointing at him, he was still fast enough to, do you know what I mean? Like, the speed that they move at is like 1,000,000 miles per hour. He could have easily took it.
It's impossible to break.
You know, I can tell you're lying to me no matter what face you wear. Cole, we can finally be together. Why won't you just tell me?
Because, darling, I guarantee you won't like the answer.
So whatever our 2 lovebirds say, our witches will be able to hear it.
Esther cast the spell.
For it to work, someone has to die.
It can't just be any old vampire. The heart has to be special. You need a heart outside the link. Unsired heart.
Hayley Marshall was turned by the magic infused in her own child's blood.
Oh, hell no.
Wait, Hayley was turned by the magic she was, wasn't she? Mad. That's interesting. That is interesting. Technically, is Hope not one as well? Oh, she's sired. What? I don't know. I'm guessing Hope's then sired to Klaus. I mean, obviously, it's his child. And maybe sired to Hayley. I don't know. Interesting that, because I'm saying Hope and Hayley then, both of them have been transitioned into vampires without being sired, which is actually really interesting. I think I did ask this question a couple of episodes ago about Hayley. Whose sideline is she on? Fascinating. Good stuff. Imagine Hayley and Jackson die in one season. Nah, it's not happening anyway. Literally, it's out the window, mate. Now, if Davina goes down this line, it's mad. It is mad. Because I feel like this is just me. If you actually physically go after Hayley, whoever does, whoever, that's I'm not blank stating one person. It's everyone. Whoever needs to die. So if it's all of the Strix, all need to go. If it's Davina, she needs to die. Vincent, die. Cammy, die. You know, there needs to be Hayley's a Michelson. You come after a Michelson, one, come after us all. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to happen anyway. We've seen the extent and how far the family will go to protect them. Do you think Elijah's going to stand there and let Hayley die? No chance, mate. You think that Klaus, he's going to let his baby's mum die? No. Okay, he has had his, what would you call it, drama with her, ups and downs, but he said it as well, mate. You're a Michelson, you know? You'll always have a home here. He said it in like last episode of the episode. So whoever goes after her, I hope they have a great death. Hey, there we go.
Such a beautifully carved little knight.
Yeah, that was a good throw.
Again. Again. Thanks for coming to find me today.
Hayley, you have to listen to me. Aya's witches are coming to kill you.
What?
Ooh, check this, mate. How's she getting saved?
Looking for this.
Oh,
White Oak seems wasted on you.
why did it take so long? Got one left. She's got one left in the tank, mate. Who's she going to use it on? She's going to double tap Elijah, like I say in Zombieland, mate. You got to kill, you got to double tap. Or is she going to go after Klaus? Again, I'm going to put it on Klaus. You had so many seconds. I know, like, it's only seconds, but in one of those situations, mate, it feels like a lifetime. You stood there and held the gun for so long, and then she got it off you. Literally, why do people not learn? Take it out, mate. Whatever happens, yeah, she dies today. Well, does she? Because you take it so long, mate. Literally, why are you hesitating? Just do it.
You want my heart? Then come and get it!
For better or worse, you're linked to this nasty little coven. Which means if I take you down...
The sisters go down too.
I really like Cole Me. I think he's really powerful and interesting, but he's not in it enough.
It's the way to spend our final moments together, but...
Go on, Hayley. Oh. Go, now. Kill him.
Definitely our worst date ever.
Leave me and finish her.
Hey, that was really smart, mate. That's it, son.
I thought I smelled arrogance.
I think you meant confident.
The Michaelsons will kill us.
No alternative.
You're wrong. I want to be D-Link just as much as you do. Give me the chance to do it the right way.
I guess that's going to be a good one. She's getting close to, like, my tolerance. You actually had a better day, Camille, man. You had a better day. Couple of beers as well.
Marcel told me that I, as witches, already have a spell to do it.
And yet Marcel neglected to mention it this morning.
Hey, ease up. He saved me. They need my heart, or one that's identical to it. The unification ceremony didn't just marry us, it also made his heart a mirror image of mine.
The star line has to remain unbroken.
Wow, it's actually deep, actually, if you think about it. The only leverage and protection that these guys technically have, yeah, I know that they're the strongest and they can only die from the White Oak, but they always have an army behind them because they hold that over everybody, that if I die, you die. And so no matter what, everybody's on their side. Do you know what I mean? You might hate him, but you got to be. Because like I said, if you die, I die. I've not seen Lucian in ages, actually, and now I've said that. And so I'm really intrigued because, like I just said, they hold that high above everyone and they have help. And now if they all find out that they could be unlinked, they'll have no protection ever going forward. It'll just be the Michaelsons, which, again, kind of like, because then it'll be like family for family. You know what I mean? All together forever and always. Fight, fight, fight. But it's interesting. It is actually really interesting, that.
Now watching you sleep has been the most fun I've had in months. But Aya never keeps her promises. The longer you stay in this coven, the more dangerous it becomes for you.
And I'll bring you back and we'll take them on together.
I would love that.
We can do anything, can't we?
I would absolutely love that. Oh, I feel sorry for you, Davina, man.
Who would steal his heart?
We'll find who did this.
Marcel took it. Mad guy.
This is your solution, Marcel.
I was at her wedding. His heart became one with hers.
I assume the grieving widow didn't just hand it over.
You're welcome. I want to be free of the Michaelsons just as much as you do.
We're finally starting to learn. Commitment to a common goal is as strong a bond as family.
Clear in my mind. Some children cuddle with a blanket. Mine loves her chess piece. You're surprised I came for you. You are my sister, and you are a part of this family, always and forever.
I agree.
With Nick, just kill them all.
That's what I want, mate. All of them.
I've come to make a proposal. To offer you my assistance. Much easier when you have the help of a determined ally. I suspect our world can change with a bang.
Interesting. Now, I'm getting to the point now where I'm waiting for Aya's death. I want it to happen now. You know, like, there's sometimes you don't want people to die and stuff, but it's becoming that point now. She's good, and that's why I want her to die. That sounds mad, that, actually. Because, how can I explain it? She's making that much of an impact as a baddie. That baddies baddies leave. Do you know what I mean? They do. They don't stay. Most of the time, they don't. And from what we've seen in the originals and the Vampire Diaries, baddies only stay for one season, no matter how good you are, like Kai Parker. Do you know what I'm saying? So she's transitioning over into being a baddie as well. She didn't come in as one. She come in as Tristan's like side character. Now she's going into the Alpha, who's going after all of the Michelsons. So that means that she's going up in the baddie rankings, which means her death is going to be coming swift with also Aya's, Tristan's, and Lucian's. Do you know what? Actually, what has happened to Lucian? Now, have I just totally forgot he's dead, or is he not? I don't think he is dead. Literally, I thought that. I thought that, what is she called now? Aurora was taken from Klaus, but obviously not. So. I can't remember what happened to him because not been in. Do you know what I mean? I think in this show, right, if you go through like 3-4 episodes and not get shown, you totally forget like what happened to people because so much goes on that like you get invested. All this Camille stuff happened. I've totally forgot about Lucian. Do you know what I mean? And now I'm trying to figure out when was the last scene that he was in. The last one I can remember was he was walking towards the church and Klaus killed him. That was literally the last time I remember it. So I mean, again, it's interesting. Now, like I said, I'm intrigued. You know what? They've got me hooked on the Cole storyline, which I say well done. You know, I'll give you a clap for it because I've never been into any of Davina's storylines, and I am interested now. I think this side of Cole is decent, actually. He's not cocky, he's not thinking he's sick and like a badass and that. He seems like a scared person that's quite strong who cares for Davina, which makes me like, because he's actually showing that he cares and she's showing that she cares, and his obstacles in the way and he's getting dominated on the other side, and then they've got people in the present that's trying to stop it. It's got me wanting it. And like I said, man, they made a promise to bring him back when he died. And I want that to be successful. I want that to happen. I don't like it when shows give you these information. I'll do this, I'll do that, and it never plays out. And then I get disappointed. So I do want Cole to come back. And I would be really happy, actually, if he was in a relationship with Davina in the show. He doesn't even have to be in the whole series or nothing. Just 2-3 episodes here and there, you know. Like kind of like Josh. Just be in it, in and out. Provide a bit of relevance, bit of help every now and again. It'd be really good, and everyone would have stuck to the promises, so it's great. So I can't wait, actually. I'm really interested with Davina. I think that she might be the key to helping everybody. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. What did we learn from this episode? The one key thing I learned, and I've always known, and it's just reiterated it, is when your target's in your sight, you've got to strike, literally. She could have shot Elijah so many times, she didn't successfully do it. Later on, she shot him, but from a far distance and missed his heart. And then Klaus, right out in front of her spread, could have killed her as well, right in the face with the gun. Took too long, she got it off him again. So that is it, mate. If you're going to attack, you attack straight away. As soon as the guard's down, you go for him. No hesitation. Don't listen to him. Don't manipulate him. Don't think of your old, you know, like your old past or what they've done to you or nothing. Just boom, mate. You've got a goal, you go and you finish it. So it's interesting because now, obviously, she's kind of got away. She can restock her bullets or whatever. So, you know, she's got more of the vital state, like you said. She took Freya out. I kind of like how Finn helped her. You know, he drawn the blood out. He pulled it onto the plant. Klaus could smell it. Got her. She was shot to that. He come and helped her. I wasn't, to be honest. You know, at the start of the episode, yeah, he was bossing her around and stuff. And she was saying, do you treat your other sister like this? I think not, and walked out. To be honest, I think he does. He treats everyone like that. He bosses everyone around. If he wants something, he'll boss you around. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, he does it to everyone. So, I mean, I understand that she's feeling singled out because he probably is just bossing her around right now. And she's a good team player, Freya. You know, like I said, last season when she was introduced, I didn't know if she was. I didn't know what her actual intentions was. Like, yeah, I knew that she said she was scared, but was she? Turns out she obviously was. Dahlia was a badass and she wanted to be freed of her. And if you see her in this season, she seems happy and free, but she's also proper key of the family now. She is like, I got my wish pretty much, that I wanted a witch that was always on the Michelson side, and that is Freya. She's having a good season. She's helping them all the time, even when her life's in danger, because, you know, she hasn't got the abilities that the vampires have. She can't super speed, you know, she can't attack really. She's got a magic, but, you know, she can easily get took down, you know, bit of either like a bit of speed from the vampires or just either like shoot her, hit her or something. She can't recover, you know, like pretty much the vampires get shot, they could still run. She can't, she goes down. So again, I think that she puts her life on the line a lot to help the family, considering she's not as strong as them. So I do like it. It's a good team player. Love at the end, like Klaus said, no matter what happens, you know, you are part of this family. I love you. You know, you're my sister, and you are a Michelson. And Elijah even come in and said, look, mate, for the first time ever, I wholeheartedly agree with what Klaus is saying. You are part of the family, so it's good. Now, obviously, Aya, she's not bothered me. She is literally doing whatever it takes to save a life, but at what point do you push it from going from saving your life to ending your life? That's literally it. Aya, she's going to that far of the extreme that no matter what happens, she'll end her life for going too far now. So I think that's interesting. Like I said, she's kind of rising in the ranks of being the bad person of the series, but I like it. I do like it. So I don't want that to be twisted to say I dislike her. I actually think she's really good. She's like alphaing everyone, even if Marcel's still in charge of Strix. She's still taking him out. I was like, no, do it this way. Go on, girls, go and get Hayley. You know, still bossing him around. Then she pinned Marcel up against a wall, and he was the one like saying, you know, like, let me to the end of the day. And she's like, mate, do it, otherwise I'll kill you at the end of the day. You know, again, showing some alpha moves. And then she's gone, now she's bargaining with Aurora. So she's not messing about. She's good. What I like about her is, like, she says something, she does it, or tries anyway. That's what I actually like. People who actually say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, you don't have to be successful, right? But if I see you physically trying, I'm going to say fair play. You know, you said you're going to do something, you tried it, okay, you didn't win, or whatever. You know, if someone says, oh, I'm going to beat this person, I'm going to beat that person, and goes in and gives it a good go, good fight, and then they lose, I'll say, well, you know what, I don't really care that you lost, right? Because you said something, you've done it, you tried it. That's what she does, mate. She tries everything. No matter what it is to save her own life, her own skin, she's trying it. But, like I said, ultimately, I feel like that will be a downfall. And in the end, if she's siding with Aurora, she's going to be going. Now, I do like how Aurora said the reason why she was going after Elijah is not because of, like, he compelled them in the past, obviously, to make them think who he was, but it's the fact that, you know, no bond is stronger than family. And the fact is, I know my brother's in the ocean because of you, and he's drowning over and over again, and we can't save him. If I take you out or take him out, I end his suffering. That was pretty good, you know, good justification of why she chose him. We didn't see Vincent in this episode, but I'm really enjoying the Cole storyline. I've always not been the biggest fan of Davina wanting to take down the Michelsons, but I've never not been a fan of Davina being a witch and doing all this stuff. When she's helping, I enjoy it, and when she's like being kind of cocky, sometimes I do enjoy it. And the fact that now we kind of got like Strix trying to use her, and she wants to get Cole back, and then Cole's not being treated well really on the other side. Whatever you want to call it, and then obviously Davina saying her present really wanted to fight him back. I'm intrigued, and also, yeah, she could have gone and killed Hayley to get Cole back, but she decided that she was going to warn Hayley. She physically warned Hayley herself. You know, let's not overlook that. The one thing that could have saved her situation and got Cole back, the person that she always wanted, because if you think about it, she could have brought him back with the ashes, and the Michelsons hijacked it, got the mum back instead, she lost it. She could have got it back here by killing Hayley, and then he would have come back, but nope, boom, she warned him. So I've got to say, fair play to Davina, you know, like, she's not being selfish at all, and she's willing to do whatever it takes, hopefully, as well, to get Cole back. And if that's going to go against the Strix, that's going to be really exciting for me. I don't even know what's going on with Marcel. Now, I said that if anyone goes after Hayley, they've got to die, regardless if it's Marcel, you know, Camille, either Aya, Davina. If you go after Hayley, then you got to die because you're going after a Michelson. That's Sky class as Michelson, so they got to defend the family. But what was interesting is Marcel went and got Jackson's heart instead of Hayley's, so he kind of didn't go after Hayley. So then, I'm not saying he should die, but what he done was interesting because they have given him kind of like the weapon or whatever. I don't know, what would you call it? He's given them something that can help them detransition, which is fine because everybody would, like I said, everybody would want to be unsired. You don't want your life linked to nobody else's. So I get what he's doing. I actually do get it. Now, no matter his loyalty towards the Michaels, it doesn't mean that he's disloyal to them. So like, he could be all in, want to save Hayley, Klaus and all that. It's his family, you know, Rebecca. But he can also have his own opinion that he wishes that he wasn't linked to him, and I totally get that. So like, as long as like he doesn't start betraying the Michelsons, then I have no problem with him trying to unlink himself. as long as you don't go down the route that I is going down with Aurora, I have no problem. I actually think that Marcel will possibly stand up to her towards the end, and they'll end up fighting. And I kind of want Marcel to kill Aya. I want Hayley to kill Aurora. Now Tristan, I know he's dying over and over again in the sea, but he's not technically dead. You know, he is technically still alive. He could come back. So I want Hayley to kill him as well. But if we only get to see 2 deaths, I want Aya to die from the hands of Marcel, and I want Aurora to die by the hands of Hayley. But I'm assuming it's going to be by the hand of Klaus. So I can't wait to find out, obviously, how we play out. Camille had a better episode. She wasn't being a bitch. She wasn't thinking she was cocky. She actually listened to some information that was being given to her. She said, like, oh, you know, like, some people don't usually give me sound advice. They do, mate. They tried to give you loads of advice in the last 3 episodes and you're not listening. So it's good that you listened here. You got some fighting out as well. We've seen it. Everyone gets their anger out in that pit, in the square circle. So it's interesting, mate. Can't wait to see how this plays out anyway with the Elite and the Alliance. What's going to happen with Davina? Is she going to work against Marcel now? Madness. Great stuff. Thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully guys enjoy it. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.